Lilit, we are back for our final round. I'm very happy to look at another game which you have played at the Tegernsee Open. The last lessons you were teaching to us were very entertaining and very interesting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. So you can share the screen and we can start right away with this. I'm looking forward.
Okay. Hi, Arne. Yes, for today also I prepared one game from my recent tournament, as you said, from Tegernsee tournament, and I hope that this game also would be interesting for you and for our viewers.
I'm sure, especially about how you were preparing for your opponent, which is probably a thing we will start with in a moment.
And of course, I will show you again the whole procedure, right? How I prepare against my opponents.
Yes.
So in the seventh round, I was paired against a young German guy. Okay, let me. So Weidenhofer Max,
Yes, you,
young
you
German,
you
long
said
surname.
you said that name quite correctly. It is something which a lot of non-Germans apparently struggle with this name. Max Weidenhofer is the name. It feels very common and normal to me, but you know what? I guess Mkrtchian feels very normal and common in Armenia too.
You know,
So
yes. Exactly, Arne. So yes, what I do first, of course, I go to my mega database, right? Then players, because I want to type on the search bar the name of my opponent. Okay, I have already here Weidenhofer Max, right? Yes, I click, of course. Then I had white again, by the way. And as I had white, I prepare against black, right? So I click against black, and I have already the games of my opponent. Of course, Arne, I checked all like first moves with e4, d4, knight f3, c4 to see, like to have already impression,
this
about
is
my
this is a
opponent's style openings.
yeah, you have a
Mhm.
general rule where you're looking at the 4 to maybe even 5 most played openings, so you get a feel for your opponent. This is something
Yes.
which, yeah, you have also spoken about in your last episodes. I think this is fairly interesting. Do you think this applies to every level of player? Do you think even I, with my meagerly 1900 rating, should do this to get an impression, or is this more of a higher level thing?
Of course, you can do it also, Arne. Of course, you can do it just to get this feeling, as you
Mhm.
said very precisely, just to get feeling. For example, against e4, what he plays, against d4, knight f3. In my case, I usually in my recent years I play a d4, knight f3, c4. So all these moves I play most of the time.
Mhm.
E4 also I like first e4 move, but I play it not that often. I mean, time to time I played it, but it's nowadays, first e4 is not my main first move. But anyway, I check just for 5 minutes, even, just to have like
Yes.
Steven he plays, what just he plays,
And you
what
know
my
what? I
Mhm.
I even do this automatically when I'm preparing, and I think you really get a good idea if this is an aggressive and gambit player, or if it's like
Yes.
only those, like only concentrating on 3 4 openings and nothing else. That would be interesting.
Yes.
That gives away a lot.
Yes, that gives like a lot, that gives very good information, feeling, about your opponent. So of course I checked every move, like e4, d4, knight f3, c4, as usual. And my final decision was to go for knight f3.
Aha.
Yes, and I will explain to you why this was my choice. Because, okay, after knight f3, we see here that Max, like in recent years, okay, either knight f6 or d5, right? He,
Hmm.
he played, so most likely d5. So let's go. g3, this already I also play quite often. Knight f6, right? Bishop g2. Mhm. and he played either c5 or e6 in recent years. So if e6, castle, and bishop e7. Arne, and here, you know, I had such kind of a feeling that this position could happen, you know, in our game. And before the tournament, actually, maybe 2 months before, or even 1 month before, I saw one game from Kaima Bluebaum in Samarkand. Yes, and usually what, you know, usually when I see some interesting idea in the opening, you know, I want to use that idea in my games. So in that Kaima Bluebaum game, Kaima played d3, castle, and the move which I used also in my game against Weidenhofer, knight c3 move. So seeing that game, you know, in this in Samarkand, I analyzed, of course, after that, you know, because I thought, okay, you know, this I might also use in my games. By the way, this, Arne, I can recommend also, you know, to you and to our this method, you know, to you, to our like viewers, right? That when you see some interesting idea in the opening, you can take it, analyze, and keep it in your mind, you know, okay, this idea is interesting, I also can use in my games.
Makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Yes. So when I saw this, so this position can happen in my game, I thought, okay, maybe it's time to use this idea what I analyzed some time ago, and I found it quite interesting, and I played exactly, and this is what happened in our game. I played knight c3, and now let's go to my game already.
Okay.
This is my game. I will close. So I will close the notation. So I will ask you questions, right? Also,
perfect. Yes, looking forward to this.
As I usually do with my students. Yes. So this is what happened in the game. Let's go from the beginning again. So knight f3, d5, g3, knight f6. These moves happened. Bishop e7, d3, castle, and I played this knight c3 move, which I thought it would be interesting to play. So what is the idea of knight c3? We want to play on the next move e4. This is the main idea. Okay, and when I played knight c3, my opponent took some time because it was obvious that he was not familiar with this idea. Yes, so this is also very important, you know. Can you surprise your opponent in the opening or not? So if you can surprise, it's good. It's good because over the board he should already take his time, and over the board solve some problems, right? What to do. And he played okay. He took his time and he played quite good moves. He played c5, which is, of course, which is quite normal move. In that game, Kaim against Bluebaum played d4 here. Yes, d4, which is again normal move. Arne, knight c3, of course, is not giving like white big advantage or just advantage. No, it's just a game. It's just a game. But my advantage was that I analyzed before, you know. So I was familiar with the ideas and my opponent not. So this was...
That makes all the difference sometimes, yeah.
Yes, of course. So my opponent went c5, which is, of course, very normal, very logical, because black wants to play c5 and then knight c6. I played e4 because this is, again, the idea. Knight c6 happened. I was aware of this setup, and I played a4. Useful move, Arne. Useful move. And Okay, just imagine you face all this stuff during your game. What are your thoughts about this position from Black's
From Black's
perspective?
perspective, yes.
Yes,
Well, of course, I would also already be intimidated because you very well know your stuff, apparently. So this is not nice.
yes.
So I would try to figure out how I can get my bishop out. Maybe b6, bishop b7, just to make some very normal moves.
Mm-hmm.
According to plans, well, yeah, a4 is a very useful move, apparently, because one of the ideas from Black would be to get the pawns running on the queen side. And
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
a4 stops this tremendously well. You cannot, you have to make a couple of extra moves to get this going. So this is rather annoying. On the king side, there is nothing happening, so I cannot push there. So I just have to try to figure out some moves to tackle white on the queen side.
Yes, yes, you are completely right, Arne. The B6 idea, your idea, B6, as you explained very well, just the idea is simple. You want to develop your bishop and see what will happen next, or you want to, as Black, to do something in the center also. Right? This is also a choice. For example, Black can play d4 here, just close the center, and knight e2 or knight b1, I play as white. For example, knight b1, right? And you see here also, Arne, we see that a4 actually is quite useful now, because then knight gets c4 square.
A
So
beautiful
a4
square,
can be
yeah.
really useful in many positions. Yes. So after d4 knight, actually, you know, Arne, recently in India, in Goa, Kaima again played this opening on this variation against Giri. So on this position happened. Yes, this position, if I put not like reference, you see. Kaima, sorry, against Yesipenko, not Giri. Sorry, I messed up. But Kaima Yesipenko.
But he
So it was
lost. Oh
he lost.
no.
So this was I think rapid. You know, this
Okay.
was rapid.
Anything
Yes,
can
this
happen.
was rapid. Yes, this was rapid. But still, you see, he played knight c3. I mean, he played this idea. Okay, let's come now again to our game. So d4 is an option, right? D4 and b6 is an option, as you said, just keeping the tension in the center, developing the bishop, and see what will happen as Black. And there's another option also for Black, which my opponent actually chose. Quite a normal one, by the way. He decided just to release the tension by playing d takes c4. Normal one, normal move. I took with the pawn back, and here my opponent played e5. So the idea is that he doesn't want me to play e5 myself. So this is the idea. He wants to play e5 himself. But of course, e5 from Black has also drawback. Can you tell me, Arne, what is the drawback of e5 move?
Interesting. Well, there is a d5 gets stronger. Would be my first thought, but
You are right.
okay.
You are right. Now, of
Let's
course,
keep it at that.
you are right. After e5, now d5 square is weak, right?
Yeah.
Actually, okay, d5 square is now weak. So this is the drawback of e5 move. But now, okay, what do we play as white in order to, you know, to exploit,
yeah, exactly. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so immediately playing doesn't work. Our e4 is hanging. So a prevention is not the best prevention is rook e1 because, I mean, maybe there could be a queen swap happening and then the rook would probably move to d1 anyway. So, okay, my main idea might be to get the knight from f3 away, but there's no really good spot I can find right now. Maybe, interesting. Very good question, Lilit. Very good question.
Yes, it's a very good question, which I also gave me during my game. Here I took my time. I was already, of course, out of book, and I took my time here to understand how to, because it's obvious there is d5 square. We want to exploit it, but how to do it? So I took my time. I was considering knight d5 move actually, Arne. So knight d5, and as you mentioned, e4. My e4 pawn is now hanging, and this I didn't like because I couldn't find good way. I calculated this variation: knight takes e4, knight takes e5. Knight takes e5 back and bishop takes e4, but I was not sure about bishop g4 move,
Yeah.
Yes. I was not sure, although I checked, of course, with strong engine after my tournament. This position engine says that still white is better, slightly better. But of course, during the game, I was not sure. White engine says just I should play f3 here. But this is not that easy to play as a human, right? Because now my bishop is here. I don't know. This I was not sure at all during my game. So that's why I rejected move knight d5. I thought again, rook e1, like like I had different ideas here for white, but finally I chose move which I really like, and engine says also it's quite a normal move and can be quite typical, by the way, Arne, in such kind of positions,
Okay.
Which piece from black side covers d5 square?
It's the knight on f6, so bishop
Yes.
g5 is a good
Yes.
idea.
Yes, bishop g5. I played bishop g5, which is an interesting move. Idea is simple. I want to eliminate the knight, which is like covering d5, very important square. And I played bishop g5. Okay, my idea is simple. Now, of course, my question for you. You are black. What would you play as black, Arne?
What would I play as black? Well, no, that doesn't work. Well, there's always knight d4 in the air, but I wonder if it's too early. Probably it doesn't even work.
Because e5 pawn, right? Then
yeah, you're
e5
right.
Pawn is hanging.
Requires some thinking. Could I just do the same, bishop g4?
Yes, you can. Actually, I was waiting for either bishop g4 or bishop e6, just develop the bishop.
Yeah.
Yes, and both moves actually are quite okay. Like bishop e6 move or bishop g4, normal developing moves, right? Quite okay. But my opponent played a move that he played h6 here.
Okay, I considered that too, but yeah, you have to explain why is this a reasonable move?
To me, it's a bit, it's some kind of, to me, it's some kind of inaccuracy, honestly.
Okay, good. Because I could, okay. Good,
yes,
good.
I think that, I think in my opinion, it's an inaccuracy.
Because you can take the knight, you can go to knight d5, and that is an advantage, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. It helps me to do my plans, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to take, right? Of course, I wanted. And this is also very important, Arne, this moment. My opponent, he is very young, like very young guy, he played bishop f6 without thinking here. I mean, he took back without thinking.
Yeah.
But would be better to trade first queens, actually, you know.
Oh,
This is,
okay.
also very, very important,
Oh, I'm learning a lot here. So this is all next level because for now I'm just, if you wouldn't have explained all the things which you're explaining in this whole video, I would have just thought like it's a game. And there are moves being made which look like, okay, they're good moves probably. But I'm getting the gist of it now a bit more interesting. Okay.
Yes, but let's understand why queen d1 was better than bishop takes f6 immediately. Because when bishop takes f6, we play knight d5 already. Our knight is very strong here. And in the middle game, of course, I would bring sooner or later my rook to d1, and the queen, black queen, doesn't have, a good squares.
Yep.
Actually, it's a little bit cramped, right? We can see that knight on d5 is just the king in this position. And that's why queen takes d1. This was very important for black, just to trade the queens, that there are not queens on the board, actually.
Okay, I need to understand.
We will see now what is happening in
Yes.
the game. I played knight d5. My opponent played g6. Okay, this is also to me important. I was thinking during the game that black should do something against my excellent knight, trying to
That's what I thought. What about bishop e6, for example? This came to mind.
Bishop e6, normal move. I was considering also even knight b4 move, just I did just to
yeah, good.
Yes, also like possible move, but still like I checked this with a strong engine. Also I can still like play knight d2, regrouping my pieces, and this position still white is better according to engine,
because this pawn on d5 is
is
now the strong one. It's so interesting.
Yes.
Okay, this is the first time I have the feeling I'm learning a little bit about strategy and positional game, which is like I'm lacking massively.
I'm very glad that you find them, find this part where you like educational and
I do,
useful. Yes, I think also that this is this is very important. All these moves, like queen d1 here first, right? Then do something against this knight. Because look what happened in this game, Arne. My opponent played g6. I played very quick c3, just taking away from the knight these two squares. Bishop g7, this was the idea of my opponent, you know? Yes, and now I thought, okay, now it's time to regroup my pieces.
Because they want to play f5.
Might be, but still I want to improve my the positions of my pieces. What would you, I mean, how to do it, what pieces to improve, Arne, what ideas can you find here?
Okay, let's see. How to improve. So our bishop is still a little blocked. Our knight on f3 can definitely make some better, gets to some better places. Aha, so I have one idea, which is very slow, and I'm not sure if it's correct. But first of all, if we move our knight from f3 to d2, we're going out of the pin from g4, which might always be there and might be a little bit annoying. Maybe not. Maybe it's not a big deal. But if our knight goes to d2 and can jump to, let's say, b3 or potentially c4, it is definitely stronger than where it is right now. That's my opinion.
You are right. And you are right, Arne.
Oh, okay.
Very right. Yes, actually knight d2, but not knight b3, knight c4, as
knight
you mentioned
c4, okay.
later. Exactly. Knight is coming to c4, and look what a nice square, by the way, for our knight on c4, right? So knight d2. normal move, good move. I played this. My opponent played bishop e6. Again, normal. Knight c4. Knight is very good on c4.
I need to quickly, sorry, I'm very
Yes.
involved in this because I have the feeling I'm getting something. I hope you at home have the same feelings like myself, some of you. So, what instead of bishop e6, b6? Because that would prevent knight to c4, or am I wrong?
Very interesting. Let's discuss. So if let's put b6 move. Okay, can I play still knight c4, bishop a6, queen b3 or not?
Queen b3, okay.
Yes.
Queen b3, knight a5.
Knight takes a5. You want to play bishop takes
Aha.
f1, but I have some knight c6 trick
Exactly.
move.
There's some tactics coming
Yes.
in. Okay,
Yes,
so
let's check. So let's put the position, knight c4. Of course, this we should check first. Bishop a6 and queen b3. Of course, now very quick, I want to play rook d1. And again,
yes, looks
I say, what is
lovely.
doing your queen here? Why didn't you exchange it?
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
This tactic. Let's again check. If I take as white, okay. If b takes a5, I just play rook d1, right?
That's
I
lovely.
think.
Okay, okay. So your
Still, I
position
think
automatically gets better already because you are positionally leading this game. You already have the better pieces, the better piece coordination. So some stuff will work out better than other things. And this would be one thing where it works out better automatically.
the thing is, I think, Arne, that the knight on d5 is just very strong, you know. Usually, like, look, this knight covers so many squares,
Yeah.
right, from
And now it's
d5.
even stronger. Yeah.
Yes, it's very, very strong. So actually, this b6, bishop a6, I think it's an interesting idea, but still, maybe we can continue as
Let's
white, right?
continue. Yeah, yeah.
Our
So
idea.
yeah, let's go back to the game again.
To the
Sorry.
game.
Yeah, yeah. I
Okay, he
don't want
played
to delay
bishop
it for too long.
e6, knight c4, and queen d7. Queen d7. Still, it would be better to play knight e7, Arne. Black can't leave this knight alive, you know, too long. This knight is just too strong.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my opponent thought, okay, he can play queen d7. His idea, now we will see. And now after queen d7, Arne, I took my time because here it's obvious that we should put somewhere our queen and rook comes to d1.
Yeah.
But the question, where to go with our queen?
Yeah, that's a good
Let's think
question.
a little bit.
I was just
Yes.
fascinated by the move knight to d6, which is of course doesn't fill any purpose at all, sadly, but I think it's just funny. But now back to our queen, where to get it to.
Yes.
It is. Where does it look good? So to mine comes c2 and e2.
Mm-hmm.
Even b3. No, b3 is going into a pin a little bit more. So c2 or e2. E2 raises the question what happens after bishop g4. The queen could go to c2.
Yes.
So queen e2 is probably not so. One of those two. I think queen e2 would be my choice.
Arne, today you are guessing all engine
Master.
moves. Your all engine moves. According to engine, yes, queen e2 was the best, but my move was the second. I chose queen b3.
Queen
So
b3.
this is also a good move. Yes, this is also a good move because my idea was I want, you know, I want to b7, and at some point I want to play also queen b5 and attack c5 pawn.
Mm-hmm.
This was my idea.
Oh yeah, okay. Didn't even see that.
I
Yeah.
want to play on the queen side. Just, you know, this was my idea. I want to play on the queen side and create weaknesses. So my opponent played rook d8. Okay. And I thought, okay, I'm playing rook d1. This was, of course, my
But which
idea.
one? This one.
Yes, rook fd1. Yes, because I want to play on the queen side, and I need my rook here.
Good
And
point.
also, Arne, by the way, you mentioned some moves ago, very important also detail that our bishop does nothing also, right? On g2, it can, when after rook d1, at some point it can come to f1 also.
Beautiful. Okay.
Yes. I played rook d1 and I thought, okay, so I had such feeling that I had already big advantage, you know, after rook d1, because I thought, okay, what he should do here? I have this very annoying line, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, okay, his idea maybe is to play queen c8, just to avoid this very annoying lineup, right? And I thought, okay, if queen c8, what would you play here, Arne, is white?
Well, shall we follow up your plan, your idea? Because it makes sense. Does it? Knight. What about queen b5? I don't think it's a bad move.
I also thought so. So queen b5, we are attacking pawn on c5. And if b6,
Yeah, there's not much else, right? Now are there some tactics even? No. But what about a5? I think
but of course tactics we should calculate, right, Arne?
okay.
We should
Yes.
calculate.
Oh my God, thank you. Yeah.
But what is happening there? What is happening there? Calculate, please.
It's not. Oh my God, it is very deep. Okay, so first.
It's not that easy. It's not that easy, Arne.
But I
Yes.
think we come out as a winner. So we take on c6.
Continue.
Queen takes back. We give a check on e7. King goes away. We take on c6. Bishop takes on c4. No, bishop doesn't take on c4. Rook takes on d1. Check. We have to take back. Bishop takes c4. We're coming out as a loser.
Yes.
Wow.
So of course we should calculate. Let's again. So if we take, it looks like that we are winning, but actually it's not, I mean, it's not that easy because yes, at the end, when we calculate this variation, okay, you know, maybe we can play still rook d7, I don't know. But this is actually not what we want, right?
No,
Arne?
we had a better position. They
We
have
had
the bishop
yes.
pair.
Yes,
It's
we
unclear.
could have played better. That's why I think your a5 move is much better here, honestly. Just let's play a5 and let's create new weaknesses in Black's camp.
Let's do that.
Let's do that. Yeah, so let's go for a5 and not taking on c6. That's why we see, right, that precise calculation is so important, Arne, also. Yes. So this was my idea, just to play queen b5 and a5. But my opponent played the move, Arne, that honestly I didn't, I didn't see. He played king h8 here. Actually, strong move. It's not easy to play such move when there is, like your queen is just white rook is eyeing, right? The queen. It's not easy. But apparently, I don't have good jump with this my knight. So I thought when he played like king h8, I thought during the game, what is this? What, my knight can't jump anywhere or what? But then I thought, okay, no. And what is the difference with other variation? That when we play now queen b5, b6, right, a5, I didn't like now this stuff because now knight takes a5.
We have to take queen.
Yes, we have to trade the queens. And for example, queen takes d7, takes, right, takes, again, I thought this is not, I mean, rook b8, black can play, right? So I thought this is not what I really want, honestly.
Oh, wow. Okay. Perhaps white has a minimal advantage, but there might be better.
Yes, yes. That's why here I thought, okay, so what can I do? Actually, engine is saying, let's play queen b5, and after b6, just keep the tension with rook d2. Just keep the tension, rook d2. But this stuff, I mean, this move, I didn't calculate. I mean, I didn't think about rook d2. I thought, okay, I took my time here, really, you know, as white, because I was focused on queen b5 a5. You know, I wanted to make it work, but I really didn't want at the end, right? So I went for another choice, Arne. Do you have any idea?
Thinking. Phew. What could it be? Is this the idea? Queen a3. Boom, boom,
So you see,
boom.
right, that our knight doesn't have good square to jump,
Yeah,
right?
we leave
This
the
was a
knight
little bit
there.
annoying, by the way, during the game.
I completely get you. So I would just leave the knight there. So I would just perhaps no, that's not a good idea. It's not working what I'm thinking. Okay. So I thought about queen a3 and then pushing on b4, but when we do that, our important square d4 is not covered
Yeah.
anymore, so the knight can go to d4, and that would be really bad.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Then we just... Oh, I don't know, Lilith. I'm sorry.
I played your queen a3 move, Arne. I played, this is
Oh,
also not a bad move. Yes,
okay.
this is also not a bad move. But
Wow.
after b6, yes. But after b6, I had another idea, not before, but I wanted to play a5. I want to create weaknesses on the queen side. This is my idea. But here, of course, because our queen is on a3, not b5, there is b5 move and knight d3.
Oh.
So now let's see what happens.
Oops, the internet is gone for a moment. Oh no. Hopefully it's back in a moment. There you are again. The internet was gone for a short moment.
Right.
So let's continue from here.
From knight d3?
Yes, knight e3, please.
Like this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, from here maybe. So I played a knight e3 here, Arne, and let's see what happened after these moves, okay? Now, pawn on c5 is under attack. What would you do as black now? There is already, black should solve this problem, right? Otherwise, I will win a pawn.
So it's very, very difficult. I don't think that queen d6 is a good move. It looks horrible. It looks dangerous.
It looks dangerous, Arne, but this is what my opponent played. And actually, this move I didn't expect again, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't expect, because I thought how it could be possible that the queen again is staying, you know, here.
Yeah.
Again, I don't have good jump, you know, with my knight. But this is what happened in the game, actually.
Wow.
Yes, this is what happened in the game. Again, I took my time because I wanted to jump somewhere with my knight, you know?
But
Finally.
nothing makes sense.
I didn't find anything. And I played actually good move. I found a good move. I thought, okay, let me push my pawn on a6. I'm glad that I found this move, because now what we can see, that now I can attack also b5 pawn actually at some point by playing also bishop f1.
That's nice.
Yes, and black actually, it's not The problem of black doesn't have good counterplay. I am playing on the queen side, and black doesn't have good counterplay. This was a problem, of course. And always this queen, yes, the rook is here, the queen is there, so always this problem for black. Okay, my opponent played knight b8, and very important here to know that we both were getting shorter and shorter with time. So on clock, on the clock. Okay,
Which move is it?
Okay, let's check notation. 21.
Oh gosh.
Yes, 21. But yes. But already time it was not maybe time trouble. I don't remember exactly, but maybe 15 or 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly. Exactly time. So knight b8 has been played. Okay. How to play here, Arne? How to continue our play on the queen side? That's right.
So what of these pawn moves looks tempting? There's all of them fulfill a purpose, and I wonder which one is good. We have b3, we have b4, we have c4 as an option. After c4, the problem is we're closing the game, and it will be b4. I don't think I like it too much. But
me too, because after c4, we shouldn't forget again d4 square, right?
That is another thing.
c3 pawn is very important because it covers very important d4 square.
And b3 is just a nothing move, and b4 is also not helpful. We're blocking our queen. We're blocking. It could be closed very nicely with c4. So no pawn move. How about we stick to bishop f1? I mean, it looks very, very tempting to do that. Aha, maybe this is why b3 could have a purpose, because after bishop f1, c4, we swap queens.
And then our a6 pawn is under.
Yes, so that's also not so good. So is b3 actually a good move?
Arne, I remember I was considering b3 move, but then luckily I found more, more energetic way to play, to continue.
Okay.
I played queen a5.
Queen a5 would have been my blitz move. Yeah, that's the thing which just makes sense.
Simple. There is b5 pawn. Let's attack it.
Okay.
And what I calculated, queen c6 looks very logical and natural. Finally, queen is away from the line, right? But here, very important, I play no your move, bishop f1, Arne.
Oh, how beautiful! For a couple of reasons. This threatens knight e7.
But of course, the main question is, Arne, what if black plays c4?
Can we not still play knight e7 because now it works, since we are not in check after the rook takes on d1?
Let's calculate. What is happening after knight e7?
Okay.
So knight e7, by the way, very important, Arne. Yes, by playing bishop f1, you mentioned, right? When rook d1 is coming, it's not check. Very important detail.
Yep.
Very important. Okay, now let's calculate. If knight e7, what should black play? You calculate, I follow you.
Okay, so I think I already got my answer, because there's only one really helpful move, which might be queen e8. There is no threat from knight e7 after all. And if we take, in the end, our knight will not even manage to get out of this, I think.
We have always d5 square, but it's maybe not
d5. Oh yeah, true.
Yes, so let's show this to our viewers. If we play knight d7, queen e8, rook takes, for example, this, right? Our knight has always d5 square, but what we achieved? Nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Actually, the rook goes to d6, and that's really difficult to defend a6 now.
Now our pawn, yes, is our pawn on a6 actually is a weakness. That's why, Arne, here which move do we do as white?
So how about knight c7 instead?
Let's check this move, knight c7. Okay,
We are
this is
attacking b5, we're attacking the bishop.
Knight c7. So if rook takes d1, rook takes d1, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then if so, let's put knight c7 because it's actually very interesting move. So let's check if rook takes d1, for example. Yes, we have to take. And how about if I defend my pawn by playing bishop d7?
Now I would love to play knight e3 to d5 and stabilize there.
I understand your idea, Arne, but we have actually much better. So at the end, in your variation, let's again go. Of course, we can play knight. You want it with this knight, right?
Yes. It doesn't seem to be the best move.
Of course, this could be played, although rook c8, maybe rook c8. I don't know.
Okay.
It looks like that we are doing something.
Rook c8 cannot work because of knight e7, I think. Oh, I'm so wrong. I'm so wrong. Oopsie.
Yes. Calculation is always very important.
True.
Precise calculation. Here we have much stronger move that we can get big advantage actually. You said knight e7 move. You said knight c7. Let's check another move with our knight.
Knight b4.
Yes. Knight b4.
Okay, I didn't see the
knight b4, very strong. Like this is very important to see. Knight b4, very strong move, because again, very important that rook d1 is not coming with check, and now we can win the queen, right? This is very important actually. And now we want just win the rook.
Yeah, but queen e8?
Yes, you are right. If queen e8, can you calculate what is happening, Arne, after queen e8?
Takes.
1 minute. Takes. So takes and what take? Because we have the different. Let's go. So queen e8. Yes, you are right. This should be played.
Now I get it.
Yes. Takes. We have different.
Yeah, I meant the pawn, of course. Of course, I meant the pawn.
Yes. I understood it immediately. Yes, we take the pawn, and actually now what is also important that c4 is also falling.
Yeah.
Actually on the next move.
And a6 is super strong. Yeah.
Yes, and we are winning 2 pawns actually. Okay, let's come back. So this was very important. After bishop f1, that c4 is not working for black. Everything is very concrete, you see, Arne. My opponent played bishop d7 here, defending the pawn, okay? And he offered a draw here after bishop d7. I think he just thought, that, okay, he defended everything. The position is more or less stabilized, right? And it would be it's maybe equal position. But actually it's not, because I have very concrete continuations again. Maybe you find it, Arne? White. How would you continue here as white? How to increase our pressure?
Okay. Then what about how do we increase our pressure? That's
yes.
Oh yeah. Well, so what about knight c7 now?
Arne, excellent. Yes.
Okay.
Knight c7 again. Like we are again problems, threats, right? Now we want to take the pawn. c4. Let's continue.
Okay, I have to think for a moment, but I'm almost considering rook d5.
Good. Rook d5. Yes, Arne. And actually, after rook d5, we see that black can't defend this pawn, actually.
Oh,
And what is good for me, that after b5, c4 also is falling.
yeah.
Yes. So I
Wow.
played rook b5. Yes, I played rook d5. My opponent already was in time trouble. Okay. I think I had more time. If I remember if I remember well, I had more time, but still not much, not much. But he had maybe 3-4 minutes, you know how I remember. So he played bishop c8, but already I mean, he can't defend b5. It's just it's just already big advantage, really big advantage for white. He played this, and now I took my time, Arne, because I have choice, right? And it's all I have good choice. So it's always a problem when you have good choices. You can't choose which one, right?
Yeah,
To take.
that is true. So I would have played rook a1 to d1. I mean, we're losing our a6 pawn, but I don't mind. We're
You
winning.
don't mind? Usually, I don't want to lose my pawns, Arne. That's why that's why I just took knight takes b5, which is good enough. Maybe not the best, maybe
Okay.
not the best, but it's good enough, you know, just to take the pawn. He took my rook, I took with the pawn, you know, and then okay, I thought, okay, after queen c5, I thought, okay, I'm pawn up, right? And just what I need, not to spoil the position.
Yes.
Just to make, you know, solid moves. I played knight c7. I thought, okay, if we can trade the queens, it's good, right?
Hmm.
Without queens, it's easier to play with material up. Queen is 7. He didn't want, of course, but I take just the pawn. So now I'm 2 pawns up, right? I'm 2 pawns up, and just again, my task is in time trouble, not to spoil anything. f5. Okay, of course, black wants to create some activity. d6.
D6 looks super tempting, exactly.
Yes, I played d6, queen f6.
And now
I played queen c5,
queen
Arne.
c5, yes.
My idea, you know, I want to bring my queen, very important pawn to attack.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes. F4, which is understandable. Black wants to do
Ooh, a
something.
little bit of counter,
Yes,
unpleasant.
yes.
Yeah, we cannot just take on a7 as if nothing's happening. Can we? We cannot. No, that's not good. So how to do this best? Takes, takes, takes doesn't work. Oh, yeah, there is a little threat here.
Yes, yes. So
Mm, I wonder if rook e1, that's difficult. It's okay, how to make it a bit more safe, maybe.
this was my thought also, Arne. I wanted, you know, to make it safer, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
not to
yeah.
blunder anything, right? Yes, when you are short on time, everything can happen,
So
right? But this
probably
we know.
one of the safer moves to me looks like knight d5 because it just, I mean, they have to react.
Yes, this is what I also thought, Arne. Yes, 95 was my move, which is normal. Maybe again, not the best, but the most important, it doesn't spoil anything and it keeps, you know, things maybe simpler. Queen g5. And I thought, okay, let's take this pawn because this pawn is a good pawn. Now I have a6, pawn, like passed pawn and only 2 squares
Yeah, and the
to
knight is
win.
hanging on b8, so there's
And
a lot
knight is
going on.
hanging, exactly. Knight, okay, he took first.
I guess we should take back with the with which pawn?
Yes, with which pawn?
I would have F looks dangerous, but also H looks dangerous. F looks dangerous because of bishop. No, I would have taken with the F pawn.
With the F pawn, I decided with H pawn, Arne.
Okay.
H pawn. So knight is hanging, knight is under attack. So bishop e6 he played.
Knight e3.
Knight, I played bishop g2.
Oh,
but
yeah.
here, you know, actually, there are many good moves. Just maybe bishop g2 also is not the best. But the most important, you know, to choose such move that doesn't spoil, right? So I thought bishop g2, e4. Now my knight is under attack.
Yeah, so now one of the knights goes to e3. I think it's fine.
Yes, I also thought so. I played knight e3, knight c6. Our queen is under attack.
Not so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Boop, 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 boop. I mean, our pawn is almost there. So how do we do this the best thing? Is it just queen c7, maybe? Queen c7?
I played queen b6, Arne, but
Yeah.
I think queen c7 is also quite good. I will tell you why I chose queen b6, because from b6 my queen is also, you know, defending some kind
Makes
of
sense, yeah.
defending f2. I wanted to play like really safe, right?
Yeah.
Yes, so I played queen b6. Let's see what happened. Knight e5, because knight was under attack, right? I took.
Yeah, taking is...
And finally, I played a7. I
Yeah.
thought, okay, only one square and I will queen.
And now bishop takes g3.
Let's calculate. Bishop takes g3.
No, wait. Rook takes f2.
Let's again calculate. Rook takes f2, queen, check. Queen.
Queen check?
I mean, I queen and check.
Queen check.
Yes,
thank you.
I queen. Yes.
That's already convincing me. We don't have to. Yes,
right?
yes. Good calculation. So instead, bishop takes g3.
Have such fun, right?
Yeah. But even, we have to calculate. Bishop takes g3. I mean, we can just take back. Nothing's happening.
Yes. Take on you see queen is good that it defends, right?
True.
The whole diagonal.
Very
That's
good.
why I chose queen b6.
Good move, yeah.
This was, I think, already, let's check which move this was. 49. And my opponent played queen f6 here. And 40 move, I mean, I was calculating what is going on here. And I played queen, you know, because I calculated, okay, queen f2 check. I just played king h1. And there is
scary.
Looks scary, but I'm glad that I saw that there is nothing here, you know.
Because you had
nothing dangerous.
This is why you're mentioning move 40, because out of a sudden you had 30 minutes.
Yes, but I made a queen on, so this I had maybe 2 or I don't remember exactly, really 2 or 3 minutes. I can't, Arne, I don't remember exactly. But I calculated. I wanted to, because a8, if it works, I win on the spot, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and he took, I played, okay, king h1, and yes, now, because it's already, we both got half an hour extra, and my opponent resigned. Yes, resigned.
Yeah, perfect.
There is nothing, there is nothing here, actually.
My God, this was almost an hour of lecture, Lilit. Can you believe it?
Really?
Yes, but, I mean... I think everybody everybody is the same feeling as I am. This was worth the money. This was
I'm
really, really cool.
very happy to hear it, Arne.
Super interesting. Yeah, so I really hope we can, in the future, every once in a while, do some more lectures like this or something similar. It's always a joy to have you with us. Thank you so,
Thanks
so
a
much,
lot.
Lilit.
Thanks a lot, Arne. So from this game, by the way, Arne, let's do like what are your takeaways, from this game? Let's
Well,
do the
I
last.
definitely learned a lot about the positional play, about it's super interesting to have the knight in a good spot because it automatically, however, if they try to exchange it or swap it or something, it will cause problems for black. So the knight being able to go to d5 already because of the move e6 to e5, that was
Mm-hmm.
a bit of like, I don't want to say decider, but it was, of course, a little, yeah, it was probably the engine swapped a little bit from there on, maybe. I don't know.
Not that much,
Okay,
Arne, not that much, because as we mentioned, right, h6 exactly was
that
in
was the one.
accuracy, yes, because it helped me uh, to make my plans,
Hmm.
right?
Another interesting thing is that you checked the opening and looked at the variation of a new
Yes.
variation just recently played to investigate a little more and go like, oh, how about I learn this? I mean, what can happen? In the worst case, your opponent will not play this variation, but you still learned something new. For maybe
Right.
another day you can get back to that. So this is how you build your chess repertoire, your chess knowledge, and get better at chess, I guess. And the last thing is, oh, there's so many things. So there's not like you cannot pinpoint it. But another thing is interesting, like don't spoil it and just make good moves. If you have a better position, you can always like find some moves to improve your pieces. And this was very interesting for me because I'm anything else than a positional player after all.
I'm very glad, Arne, that you find our lecture useful.
Absolutely. And I think you at home too. Until then, thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.